Hello. Welcome to Toy Trash Talks.
I'm Lex.
And I'm Via. So, what are we looking at today?
Today, we're looking at the spooky truck. It's Rise of the Beast Studio Series Scourge. In particular, the Takara release. Do you like this truck?
It looks pretty badass. Straight up gnarly. If I had a shit ton of money and no reservations and a license, this is the kind of truck I'd like to drive.
That's pretty metal, almost in a twisted way.
Just like me, baby.
So this truck has a very Stephen King villain vehicle vibe.
That shit will run you over. It is a very Mad Max style dystopian hell truck feel.
I love hell truck. That's a good description for this thing. And like any good hell truck, it has a dystopian grey color. But it also reminds me of sous vide meat.
Cooked, yet somehow still unappealing.
Scourge is very cooked. But more on that later. There's some nice attention to detail with the lights being picked out in this gross yellow color and a curiously cute little silver horn on top. Beep beep.
Beep beep. The armor looks very old school, while the truck itself gives a more modern feel.
Yeah, I can see that. The inners of this truck are positively glowing with bad jubies.
The jubies.
The jubies. When the light bleeds through this hell furnace grille, it looks really sick. It's also covered in tiny but very well detailed badges. The trophies of the many Transformers he's murdered across the multiverse, like a vision board of death.
Spooky. The truck itself has some great detailing. There's fucking chains on the smokestacks here. How much more metal can you be?
Scourge has got chains for days.
So the front of the truck is good. It's so rad, in fact, that I feel like it's hoping that you don't notice the back. Don't look at the back.
Yeah, the back is a bit of a mess. I don't know what's going on here between the exposed mummified endo hand and these scoots over here.
Like, it doesn't look right. They look like they should be the other way around.
Is this just what they look like? The movie truck has similar scoot-like things on the back, or whatever they're supposed to be.
It's hollow, just like his fucking soul. Just like my fucking soul.
Ooh, spooky. And for even more spooky vibes, don't even look back here, whatever this is pretending to be.
Bum bum bum. Psycho music.
Yeah, qu'est-ce que c'est?
He's barely trying to be in disguise with that nasty attitude. He's just a hunkin' steampunkin' truck.
Even though this hunkin' steampunkin' truck isn't a one-to-one replica of the real vehicle, which, to be fair, isn't really in the film that much. A film that I reviewed, you should go check it out over here.
Check out our review over
In the
here.
description. It's pretty good.
The link's in the description.
Check it out.
I promise it's good. You should check it out.
Beasts.
The beasts.
This emaciated steam truck really suits his revenant nature. You can't go wrong with the Mad Max aesthetic. The back is bad, but the rest is bad ass. Also, it rolls really well. Even if the two tires here don't really touch the ground, he makes a great leveling tool.
Okay, all valid observations. But what I'm more interested in is the dude mode.
Hell yeah.
Shall we get to transforming this hellscape rider?
Dude mode activation.
Hell yeah! Transformation! So, would you say that it's a satisfying transformation, or is it tricky bitchy?
The transformation is mostly intuitive. The way the front fenders and the wheels fill the bulk of the chest is very pleasing. But because this is a Takara version, as previously mentioned, the grille just loves to pop off, and it'll do so constantly. The Hasbro version has this part pinned in, so maybe this is the better alternative, as there have been reports of the clear plastic breaking. Most of the truck cab is also clear plastic, which feels sturdy, but transformation can be scary.
Rather a pop than a crackle and a snap.
As they say, it's all a bit of a gnarly mess until the scary robot man forms. Behold, the twisted horror that is Scourge.
Scourge!
Scourge!
Who is Scourge? Who is he, like, really deep down?
There have been many Scourges in the wider lore, from space boats to dragons. No one really knows who this Scourge was before, maybe not even Scourge himself. Is he an evil Optimus Prime? Or just some poor unlucky schmuck who got his planet chomped by Unicron? Who knows? But now, he's been resurrected as the herald of the Dark God himself, sent across the cosmos to find planets for his master to munch on.
His face is giving me Heavy Shredder vibes.
It's the mask, right?
Yeah, it's really doing it for me. I like the silver paint. It reminds me of an evil, salty peppermint crisp from outer space.
Okay. His peppermint head isn't quite accurate to the film. The mask isn't quite right. Also, it's not removable.
Oh.
But neither are a few other aspects of the bot mode. This toy appears to be based on slightly older concept art. WTF at TFW, a Transformers podcast, may have mentioned this, and it's an idea that I really like. This version of Scourge could represent him being resurrected once again, after he gets bodied by Optimus Prime at the end of the film.
I want to get bodied by Optimus Prime.
Baby, come.
Don't we all?
I'm coming for you.
I'm coming for you. Cut.
Cut. Now he's even more emaciated and deranged than before, cursed to live forever after selling his soul to the big bad. It's a really fun idea, not for Scourge, but for us, the audience.
Why is his neck so long? He looks like a pissed off giraffe that lost weight too quickly.
Well, that's what happens when you're working at Unicron's Uber Eats driver.
I take it that Unicron doesn't like to share. Is Scourge doomed to work for Unicron like forever, or what's the deal?
Well, yeah, there's no escape. As a herald, he is fueled by Unicron's dark energon, basically super evil space jubies, which makes him immensely powerful. However, this power comes at a cost. It's a typical sell your soul to Satan situation. Resigning the being that was once Scourge to a twisted shadow of his former self. In the film, he seems to be rocking the villain mode though, and really enjoying it, which is refreshing to see.
Check out our review of the Rise of the Beasts movie over here. Link in description.
Get bodied by Optimus Prime and subscribe.
I'm personally very into the unapologetic bad guy trope. So who's he friends with?
His toxic relationship with his boss prevents him from having any friends, but he does have work underlings. He's the leader of the group called the Terracons, the henchmen of Unicron. And he's really got that bad guy boss bod on point. With that big chunky torso, ignited by a dark heart within the sternum chest furnace, those exposed industrial shoulder bones topped by a demonic organ pipe smokestack backpack. It already does it for me, man. The whole package is finished off with asymmetrical pelvis pipes and those weird, lanky legs. Take a listen to the sickly sounding false ratchet in the knees. What do you think of Mr. Scourgy McScooge's vibe over here?
He's oozing with evil. He's so imposing that it's easy to overlook all of his incredible detailing and greebles, which actually appear to have been given a lot of time and attention to. Even his junk got a paint job. Giving his visage a closer inspection, I see that there's a crest on his helmet, and I can't help but think that it looks like a tiny eye right in the center. Perhaps it represents the all-seeing eye of Unicron?
That's a really good point. I like that. Maybe that's why he looks a little cross-eyed, like a cat staring at the sun. And like most cats, Scourge comes with built-in melee weapons. Take a look at this obsidian-like obliteration blade, all cracked up and scarred with decades of battle. There's a fun little gimmick here with a sword slicing through his grip. That's pretty neat. Hours of fun. I don't know if you agree with me, but it makes you think of a Soul Calibur character.
I can see it, but I disagree. I feel that he would make a much better Mortal Kombat combatant.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm also not a huge fan of the vending machine claw hand.
But you can pull off the claw hand, which can conveniently be stored in his butt, and replace it with a hand cannon, which has been converted from those odd truck scoots.
That's sick. It reminds me of Mega Man's cannon.
Yeah, it has a bit of a Mega Buster vibe. It's a good look, but I feel like it's a little small for his proportions. The styling doesn't seem to match up with the rest of the look either, but rather more accessories than none. Should we lay this reverence to rest and wrap this up?
My closing thoughts are I dig him. He's overall pretty cool to look at. The way his head and chest glow in the light is super rad. The vending machine claw arm is starting to grow on me.
Despite not being 100% to the source material, I do like the more skeletal nature this toy brings. He feels sturdy and great to move around. Not the best articulation, but very decent. It feels like a lot of thought went into creating a deadly amalgamation of the various Scourges and Optimus Prime evil clones throughout the vast lore. This Herald makes a very rad Transformers villain, and I hope we can see the iteration of them again in the future.
And that's Scourge.
Scourge, that's Scourge.
That's Scourge. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like us, yo.
Ring that bell, like, subscribe, all that YouTube nonsense. It really helps us a lot.
It helps us a lot. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. We love you. Please subscribe.
Beasts. Savory beasts. Bye.
Bye.